Hello everyone, it's DE here with a breakdown of Anthem's endgame content. Over the past few weeks and even days, a lot of people have been asking these questions to know if Anthem is a safe day one purchase, if Anthem really has an end goal. So to give you some information, I'm making this video because I know a lot of people have also been making videos saying Anthem is trash and Anthem has no content. And of course everyone is entitled to their opinion, but I feel it will be great for me to break this down to you. The footage you see in the background is about Anthem's endgame, and before we proceed, I want you to also know that BioWare has confirmed guilds in post-launch of Anthem. In fact, they confirmed it in this video. So after you complete the critical path, which is the main story of Anthem, endgame will come in various formats and levels. There will be contracts from the bounty board, which adds some really high difficulties and rewards you with better gear. You also have faction-based story missions with their own unique and beautiful cutscenes and cinematics, which can also be very hard sometimes. This is also something that is quite unique to games like Anthem and maybe a few games out there. And at the end of the day, items you get from this will prepare you for the next levels, which are going to be the Strongholds, which will then be your way to get more powerful gear. Then items from that Stronghold will prepare you for the ultimate variation of Shaper events, which are the raid-like content in Anthem. Everything is going to be about progression and levels, so let's break it down really quickly. You get levels 1 and 2 gear from the main campaign just by doing the story. Then you take that level 1 or level 2 gear and you use that to do your basic side missions, which will give you some level 2 and level 3 gear. Then you pick up that level 2 and level 3 gear and you use it to do some of the higher side missions and faction missions or the bounty boards, and those will give you a much better gear, and then you use that much better gear to do legendary contracts. Legendary contracts are going to be very hard, so you need your best that you have in your arsenal. Now the rewards that you get from that legendary contract can then be used to prepare you for the next level, which is going to be the Strongholds. There are currently 3 Strongholds in the game right now, but they have more coming in the future of Anthem. The Strongholds in the full game will be a lot harder than what we saw in the demo. Higher levels of Strongholds will then prepare you for the ultimate endgame, the Cataclysm, which is one of the different type of Shaper events that we have in Anthem. It was teased at the end of the open demo, so when you get into the full game, it's going to be coming in full force. This is the so-called raids in Anthem, but it will not be too crazy that it becomes impossible, and it will not be too easy that you can just walk over it. This will be some challenging content, and this modes will also be available at a set time. My guess is that this Cataclysm will be occurring for the duration of 3 days during every single weekend. Throughout each week, you can work towards getting better gear from doing basic missions, faction missions, strongholds, and use that better gear to do the weekend raids when the raids arrived on that weekend. Another thing to point out is that there will be multiple of this type of raid content, one being harder than the last one, so you will never be bored, at least if you go at a steady pace, because you can always look forward to that weekend. So if you ask where is the endgame, well, there are 4 levels, with each level having their own different variations and unique things to do. The level that the Strongholds occupy only has 3, but there will be more coming in the future of Anthem. The levels of the faction and the alliance stuff has hundreds of missions to do, and the top tier level has its own variations depending on the type of storm. There will also be guilds and then guild activities to occupy your time post launch. They have confirmed it, they have said it even on Twitter, they've shown it in this video, so you will have a lot of things to do. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. If I cannot get to it, I'm sure some people who are well informed about these things will answer your questions as well. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.